The radio access network is on a seemingly unstoppable march towards virtualization and disaggregation. But there's a lot of work to be done to evolve this critical part of the communications networking infrastructure and revamp it for the telco cloud era. One of the companies set to help network operators with their virtual and open RAN strategies is VMware, which is today announcing a significant development in this area. So I'm here to find out more from Stephen Spellacy, Vice President of Product Marketing and Solutions, Telco and Edge Cloud at VMware. So Stephen, great to talk to you again. What is VMware announcing today, and what are the implications for CSPs as they move towards a disaggregated RAN?
Thanks, Ray, for having me on. Today, we're announcing VMware's Telco Cloud platform for RAN. It's going to help CSP customers virtualize their RAN functions on our horizontal platform that's been optimized for RAN with Intel's FlexRAN technology. Now, this same platform can be utilized for O-RAN, providing CSP flexibility for a smooth evolution towards the future without disrupting any of their operation or overhauling their network design. With our TCP RAN product, we pave a clear path for RAN modernization and then focus on allowing them to move from traditional RAN to virtualized RAN, eventually to O-RAN. It ultimately transforms the RAN into a 5G multi-services hub. Now, there's three things I want the listeners and viewers to remember. One is that with TCP RAN, our CSP customers can achieve greater operational consistency, how they approach, if you will, deploying and managing these services in their network. Two, they can enhance their overall security posture as we introduce great capability around securing and isolating functions in our virtualization technology. And three, we can begin to allow them to monetize the investments to deliver 5G services, such as multi-access edge computing and network slicing, much faster, serving a variety of those markets that they're chasing.
So, this is a really interesting development. Is this something that VMware has been developing by itself, or has it been working with a partner ecosystem?
Well, as it relates to TCP RAN, it's definitely our technology, but we've been working very closely with key and strategic partners such as Intel, Dell Technologies, Mavenir, and Altiostar, just to name a few. In fact, as a broader, sort of concept, we have something called the Ready for Telco Cloud program, which is our partner program that allows us to work with these partners to validate, certify their network functions on our platforms. This, by the way, helps CSPs because it allows them to really focus on what they do best and what they need to do, which is accelerating their innovation to meet the demands of a very competitive market. We take that work off their plate, and we do that in our labs so that they have the assurance that they can deploy and provision these functions at scale. In addition to working with some fantastic partners, we've also been working with great customers, one of which is Dish Networks. And they've really embraced this approach from VMware around cloud native across their entire 5G network. In fact, it's been instrumental in the pathway to delivering their new services. And they're focused here not only on the core, but also leveraging our technology in the RAN.
Now, traditionally, the RAN has been a distinct and separate part of the CSP's infrastructure and dominated by just a few vendors. There's a lot of incumbency and familiarity with existing architectures. How are you going to ensure that there can be a smooth transition for CSPs from legacy to virtual and disaggregated RAN architectures?
Well, Ray, we believe the customer wants and needs both more choice and more control related to the decisions about their RAN infrastructure. CSP customers have had very limited choices up until recently. And, many historically have adopted a homogeneous solution from the network equipment provider. And this has worked really in the favor of the NEPs, but not necessarily in the favor of the CSPs. Now, in contrast with VMware's TCP RAN, we leverage a vendor-neutral homogeneous approach to run multi-vendor RAN functions on a RAN-optimized horizontal platform with our virtualization technology. TCP RAN's horizontal nature enables the platform to really empower the CSP to disaggregate their RAN functions and achieve greater operational agility and flexibility while they utilize the same platform to run their 5G services from core to provider edge to RAN.
Okay, so an awful lot going on here, a lot to take in. Overall, though, why should CSPs want to find out more about VMware's telco cloud platform for RAN?
Well, CSPs are not only going to benefit from the consistency, the security, and the efficiency that I mentioned, but also it's going to align with their aspirations to adopt and deploy an O-RAN architecture. And our approach will enable CSPs to gain control of their RAN infrastructure decisions and be able to make and change the economics of the RAN, which is a very costly and complex part of their network. And with TCP RAN, we enable our customers to monetize their RAN investment. They can deploy and deliver 5G services directly from the RAN. We believe this is going to be a game changer for those customers who are seeking to leverage that ability to host non-RAN workloads alongside of the DU and CU functions powered by our virtualization platform. As we say internally, first you need to modernize and then you can monetize.
Okay, so really interesting, important and relevant announcement for the market. Stephen, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Ray. It's a pleasure.